Russian accent. Теперь по поводу того, чтобы оторвать от доллара. Я в принципе согласен. Ведь это не просто отрыв от доллара, это просто речь идет о необходимости повышения нашего экономического суверенитета. И это абсолютно правильно. Мы за предыдущие десятилетия в надежде на то, что будут соблюдаться заявленные принципы в области мировой торговли, мировой экономики, мы как бы вели себя несколько наивно. А теперь мы видим, что и правила ВТО сплошь и рядом нарушаются. Ограничения идут по политическим соображениям, которые называют санкциями. Причем вводятся все новые и новые для того, чтобы обеспечить себе, любимым, конкурентные преимущества. Чем иначе объяснить, скажем, решение в сфере алюминия либо металлургии вообще? Только этим на самом деле. Поэтому, конечно, здесь Геннадий Андреевич прав. Нам нужно повышать уровень своего экономического суверенитета. Но это не линейное решение. Ведь, скажем, нефть, она торгуется в долларах на бирже. И, конечно, мы думаем, что нужно сделать для того, чтобы освободить себя от этого бремени. И больше того, наши партнеры, они помогают нам, вводя вот эти все ограничения незаконные, нарушая принципы мировой торговли, потому что весь мир видит, что монополия доллара ненадежна. Она опасна для многих. И дело не только в нас. Ну, скажем, наши золотовалютные резервы, они диверсифицируются. И мы будем продолжать это делать дальше. Но это такая очень тонкая, спокойная настройка. Мы будем в этом направлении двигаться.
All right, Shalom. This is Kanakshan Bayashala from the GMS Lions in Camp. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha for Kakodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone. And salutation to the Archon that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, there you have it. Slacky. Vladimir Putin and Russia dumping the U.S. dollar, man. All right, because they're trying. All these countries are tired of America having so much power in the trade in the whole economical trade organization, to where, because it's using the petrodollar, so therefore, like Putin said, there's violations of NATO rules according to the trade market, and those violations are called U.S. sanctions. All right, all these U.S. sanctions violate NATO's ruling on certain things dealing with the trade market, the global trade market, global economics. All right, so America's been throwing their weight around for all these years because they've been using the petrodollar. But what happens when none of these countries are using the petrodollar? That means none of these sanctions are going to have any effect on any of these countries, and and America's pretty much done. America's already done, but this is putting the icing on the cake. You got Trump pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal and saying they're going to put more sanctions on Iran, which could affect the other countries that are allied with the United States and that are allied with Iran and Russia. All right, and Russia is one of the allies of Iran, and so is China. So I bet you Russia is going to create another, they're going to introduce the ruble again. Just like how China was introducing the yuan. So nobody wants to participate in the trade using the petrodollar anymore. All right, so everybody's slowly pulling away from it, and that dollar's slowly depreciating. All right, so America is done, man. I'm gonna put a link to the video in the description box, but it's pretty much over for this country, man. All right, I gotta bring a scripture out real quick. This is James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. All right, and that's talking about Esau. All right, but it's also, what What country is the driving force for Edom? America. All right. It says your riches are corrupt and your garments are moth-eaten. All right. So they have on filthy garments, but but America has disguised herself as a whore, as a woman. You know, she's that whore that sits upon the beast, but she disguised herself with a whole bunch of makeup. And then once it's just like I'm gonna get you, sucker. Once you get America home, you find out her nakedness and all her secret parts are being exposed. She's taking off titties, taking off booty, taking off legs, and you can see she's just an ugly, filthy, stinking whore. That's what this place is. All right. All right. It says, and nobody, the money is corrupt. The dollar's not worth anything. It's never been worth anything. Ever since they took it away, took away the gold standard from the dollar. All right. It says your riches are corrupt and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is canker, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Right. All right. And so he's heaped treasure together for the last days, man. And soon as he starts to fill his belly, that's when the Lord's going to take everything from this man. All right. As a matter of fact, this is Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is on high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's the pride of America right now. Trump making all these bonehead dumb decisions is bringing this country to nothing, which is a beautiful thing for us because that means we're almost out of here. All right. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Right, because they create hell and havoc everywhere they go, but they sit upon high and watch all the people run amok between each other. But that same hell and disastrous situation that they created throughout their existence is going to be waiting for them when they hit rock bottom. According to Isaiah 14, it says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave grapes? All right. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? All right, because they're searched out because the Most High is exposing the nakedness of America and the so-called white man. All right, bring them to the forefront all the lies that they've put out throughout the year, throughout their existence, because they went straight into perdition as soon as they came out of the Caucasus Mountains. All right, but if thieves come and take everything, take away Esau's money, what does he have left? He don't have nothing. He don't have no soul. He don't have no rhythm. He don't have no pizzazz. He doesn't have any character as an individual, as a nation of people. They have nothing but their money, and that their money and their haughty position right now is where all their pride come from. But the Most High gave them that pride. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. And that's what's happening right now. All right. Pretty soon, this dumping of the petrodollar is becoming a domino effect and a chain reaction with all these nations. You have China dumping it, Syria's dumping it, Iran's we're going to be dumping it soon, and then you got North Korea Saudi Arabia dumped it. That's the reason why they got rid of Saddam Hussein. Everybody that tries to dump the American dollar and not use it in the trade market, America ends up going to war with that country. All right? It says, they that eat thy bread laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. All right? There's no understanding in Esau, man. He didn't even have an unction of what's about to happen to him. All right? Back to James, it says, this is James 5 and 3. It says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Right. So it's over for this devil, man. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. And those are the ones that are cried in the midst of Jerusalem. See all the abomination that are done in the midst thereof, because when it's talking about go through the Jerusalem and find those that sigh and cry for the abominations, that you have to go throughout the four corners of the earth, because we're only a people no more. We don't have our land until he gives us our land back. So we're the laborers that reap down their fields. That we're the one that built the whole world. All right, and all these other nations are benefiting from it. It says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. And that ain't no peace. That ain't no Lord of peace right there. That's talking about Lord of war, Lord of armies. All right. It says, ye have lived in pleasures on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. And that's what they do. They just kill, steal, and destroy, man. It says, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. All right. So, and we haven't been able to resist it. We haven't had the spirit to resist until now. All right. We're resisting by putting this truth out. Okay. All right. I'm going to end it off with this one. It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth. All right. He's waiting for the elect to be sealed. All right. And that number, Slakia, if we haven't already approached it, that number is close to being approached. All right, it says, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth and have long patience for it until he receive the early and latter rain. All right. So be ye also patient, establish your hearts. All right, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh, meaning knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. And there you have it, another country dumping the U.S. dollar, another country bumping against the U.S., ready to take this horrible war. All right, with that being said, I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Haf, Rekakwadash, Ma'amath, double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth. All right, Shalom.